all that can't play dynamically accurate. No, really not. I had to say something, and we're talking about a compressor, so I had to use the word dynamic. And we're looking at another Carl Martin pedal from the series, which is smaller than they used to be. Carl Martin pedals from the 80s on, rather big things, and then for the longest time they actually had built-in power supplies with a cable, and, well, a couple years ago they were like, hey, let's do what other people do. We make it smaller, but just as good. Which is why they came up with this series, which just looks freaking sexy. And again, I'll do what I did in the other videos. I'll show you the roundedness of the chassis. Top-mounted ins and outs. This is just a sexy enclosure, no matter what you say. So on the table, which we can see from many, many angles, which we have to actually go to justify buying the cameras, is the comp limiter. That is the most expensive one in the line, I think at $179. And kind of rightfully so, because Carl Martin has the highest reputation when it comes to compressors. It is super sexy, small, very light, which does matter on pedal boards, trust me. Weight is an issue. So it's a two-knob compressor. It doesn't really get simpler than that. And it has top-mounted ins and outs. The only thing I'm going to criticize is that the plugs have to be rather small. If you use standard pancake plugs, they're not going to fit with a 9-volt in the middle. You have to have very small plugs. Other than that, killer. So, yeah, more angles. There you go. For reasons. Hey, look at the Peterson strobe tuner. Look. Ooh. Oh, I got a tune. No, I don't. So, and of course, yeah, there's another angle, which also shows this beautiful color. I know it's silly, but I bought the damn camera, so I gotta make use of them. It's a compressor. Carl Martin compressors are the shit. From Tim Pierce to Pete Thorne to Andy Timmons, who I think has a signature one. So many people use the Carl Martin compressor. Now, under $200, much smaller, runs a normal 9-volt, 2 knobs, you can't go wrong. So let's show the 2 knobs, and let's see how we can't go wrong. With this Schecter Nick Johnson signature, which is very dirty. Still very dirty. Well, whatever. We're going into an amp similarly colored, which is the Tone King, Sky King over there. And we're miking that with a Lewitt MTP 440, but in the cab below, which is a Scott Dixon aluminum cab. Very, very lightweight cab. Great sound. You should check out Scott Dixon cabs. And also the aux on a cream backloaded 412. So clean, it sounds like so. Looking for A. So, I turn this on at noon. Comp will determine, well, probably the threshold of where it starts compressing, but probably it might be a combined threshold, ratio, who knows. The thing is, the more you dial this up, the more it comps, and the more you dial this up, the more it levels. Oh, by the way, what you're listening for now is how long does the chord sustain? Because as it gets quieter, the compressor keeps the level up. It's kind of what you do. It will give you more sustain. So let's do this without first, this chord. More noise because everything gets louder. happens when you kick on a good comp, because all the quiet stuff gets pushed up. It gets fatter and thicker, because that's everything gets louder. Huh. Huh. Obviously also evens out your playing. So if I'm strumming chords and stuff, the chord will continuously be there filling the mix without being too loud or too soft. And now, in E. We're not doing any more than that. Primarily, I'm using compressors. Clean, because drive sounds are compressing anyway. If you look at any waveform, you can clearly see that a drive sound is all like one big block, whereas clean sounds are very, very spiky, very dynamic. So compressing drive sounds doesn't make the biggest sense for me. It's primarily a clean thing. It does deliver. I've tested it on bass, which I'm not doing here. It does deliver. It is under $200. It's a Carl Martin thing. It says Danish high-end compressor. You know why? Because it's a Danish high-end compressor. Check it out. I think if that's all you need from a compressor, comp, level, go, do the job, even out, make it spanky, it adds a little bit of high end. This does the trick. And you're supporting a great company with great people, which is always important. Don't buy crap from shitty people. Don't support shitty people just because they make good product. I think, there's some companies that just don't deserve our attention. Carl Martin does deserve our attention. Søren's a good friend of mine, which is why I did this video purely for the product and no payment. His money is no good here, which means please you support me by using my links below. That's very important. Of course, hitting like and subscribe if you haven't. If you haven't, why haven't you? What's wrong with you? Leslie's sitting up there. She needs to get paid. The dogs and the cats need to get paid for being cute. So if you can, please support me on Patreon. every dollar counts. Everyone who does a dollar, look, I've got 100,000 subscribers. If everyone does $1 a month, oh my God, that's like 1,000. It's like, oh, there's also a calculator. It's 100,000 times, I don't know. Animals at the end.